stuff from our upcoming game, Mortal Kombat 11. Of course, I have the usual crew here, so let's go right to them. Here we go. First off, we have Mr. Ed Boone. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. Glad you can make it. We got some cool stuff to show you.
Also, you can follow us on Twitter at the bottom there, as you can see. Over here, we got Steve Brownback.
Hey, everybody. I'm feeling a little sick, but I had to do this anyway. It's too important. Too hype.
How hype are you right now?
Like 50 out of 10.
What a hero. Kind of has a cold, and you could make it. That's great, Steve.
I feel like I'm dying.
Okay.
Oh.
Over here, Derek Kurtzik. Say hey.
Hey, Kabalin, let's do it.
Whoa.
Hey.
Oh, let's hold on.
And the surprises.
Oh!
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Oh, my microphone.
Oh, everything's
Power Station, we have our good friend, Mr. Matt Burke.
Hey everybody, I have a camera.
Burkham! Woo!
Follow me below. Like and subscribe in the comments below.
Don't do that.
What, YouTube?
So Matt Burke has a cam. I'm starting to regret the idea, but there it is.
You should.
So awesome, guys. Before we get to what you want to talk about, which I know we all know what it is, we want to talk about a few things. We had some great events recently. One in LA, which all of us were at except for Derek.
Yeah.
And then one in London, which Derek was at and we were not.
Awesome.
And Russia.
One in Russia.
Yeah. Russia was great.
So I just kind of want to go around the circle and talk about what we all enjoyed, starting with you, Ed.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't until we got there and everybody, you know, arrived. It didn't really kind of hit me as like I don't know the last time I saw a collection of MK fans, you know, from the press, you know, influencers, YouTubers, and fans, players, in one place until, you know, that presentation started. And once that started, you know, you really got a feeling of just how powerful and how, you know, how much they love Mortal Kombat. And it's just been it was overwhelming. You know, to me, I was like I actually felt the energy, and it was kind of crazy. So I missed the entire thing because I was doing interviews the whole time. But the presentation, as far as all those booths and everything, looked awesome. And I think you guys can probably speak to that a little bit better.
Sure, Steve.
For me, it was related to that is when we first showed Scarlet, when she walked out and the blood was all over her dagger, and you could see the buildup of people. Some hardcore fans immediately like, that's Scarlet. And then some, it took a little bit longer. And then when everyone realized and they were going crazy, because for like a year, I've been all in on how she looks in this game and how she plays, but we can't talk about it. Right. And I know that the Scarlet community is going to be excited. So then actually seeing that release of hype in the room, everyone seeing her for the first time, I absolutely lost it at that point.
Right.
Mine would be the reaction to the fans, like, because we were watching the LA event and just seeing everybody just so hype and excited and happy for the entire thing that was going on. Like, I just love reaction videos, and it was like standing in one really large reaction video. It was great.
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Matt Burke.
Burkham.
My favorite was Baraka, for sure. The way he just kind of like jumps into the trailer immediately and he's like, I'm in this game, is awesome, and everyone was super hyped for him.
Yeah. Matt Burke coming from Outworld here.
For me, it was definitely, just all the fans. The people who've tweeted us for years we've never had a chance to meet.
Yeah.
All of those people, just seeing them and saying hello to them and finally having a chance to take a picture and just talk about the game that we all love so much. Also, the WE people coming in and their cosplay was fantastic. Ronda Rousey, meeting her was a joy. She was super nice and super excited to have her involved in the game as well.
I think it was just one thing, Tyler, but that's okay.
I named a few things. I'd like to apologize. A couple things before we get started on the stuff that you are definitely here to watch. We want to discuss a couple things. Damage, things like that. All that stuff is going to come through in balance. Right now, you know, some of the numbers might be a little bit off. But you know, that's all being worked on, just so you know, so don't get freaked out when you see something. Right?
Yeah, and that goes with everything in the game.
Yep.
You know, I think there's nothing that we aren't listening to as far as, you know, responses to things. I know whenever we make whenever there's change, there's like just a natural human reaction to assume that there could be problems with it.
Right.
And even though there might be, we are going to be all over that. You know, when we do a beta and stuff like that, our ears are going to be to the walls listening. We're constantly listening. I'm actually constantly soliciting, you know, feedback from people. So we're excited to get people involved in the process of defining and fine-tuning this game to play just how Mortal Kombat fans want to play it.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ed.
I love the threads and the tweets and all that about the database of frame data from the reveal version of the game. Calm down. I love it. If I wasn't here, I'd be joining you.
Right.
But calm down. Spelled with a K. Calm with a K.
Fair.
Relax.
Also, some other characters have been revealed. Pardon me, Kano recently.
Yep.
Won't be on today's show, but we definitely will be getting to Kano. We will, you know, one of my favorites. Of course, he can't not be on the Kombat Cast. Like Kano's my number one. But there's things like we're going to try to. Not every Kombat Cast will have a reveal, but some will. But we'll definitely be diving deeper into characters that we've kind of talked about or shown, or maybe you haven't seen very much of. So definitely stay tuned for that. We'll also have a lot of guests from the studio coming in to talk about what they do and how they make the game a better experience for everyone. And that's always exciting for us to bring people who build the game to come talk about it. But, very important, we're here for one big reason. At the reveal event in LA, you may have seen a flash go across the screen, and that was our good friend, KABAL.
Is he really our good friend?
He doesn't seem like a friendly kind of guy anyway.
I do say that about a lot of people. So, Ed, let's just start by talking about KABAL a little bit. What excites you about bringing KABAL to the table? Like, what's cool about KABAL?
I think KABAL and a number of other characters. Baraka. We have a long list of characters that we're going to be revealing that are kind of like in that vein, like characters that you haven't seen maybe some in a long time, fan favorites that are on the way. We wish we can announce them all. Maybe we should.
I don't know. I think that's actually a bad idea.
But I think of KABAL and Baraka as characters that are going to be this kind of string of returning characters. You're going to freak out when you see the DLC characters that we have. They're in the same vein. It's going to be awesome. And so these big moments, like when people saw KABAL, you mentioned that at the MK Day, there was this roar of energy. We got a number of those beats coming down.
Yeah.
So you're gonna love, and KABAL is just kind of like the first in that long list.
And he's such like an iconic MK3 character too,
Which
right?
I'm a huge fan of MK3, and I love. That's when the new characters got weird, less of the kung fu movie and more the kind of sci-fi stuff, which I love about MK.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
and
I've
we're
always
also
been a
going to
fan.
see him. We're going to see him in his unburned state. That's going to be one of his costumes, which is going to be really cool.
That's
too,
my personal
yeah.
favorite. That's the skin that I like to use. I think he looks really cool.
Do you have a lore minute for us real quick that doesn't last quite a minute?
KABAL is a huge fan of the musical Chess.
Is that true?
No, I made that up.
So that's a lie minute.
I thought
that's not
we
a
usually
lore
had
minute.
lore minutes.
Yeah, what the hell is this?
Awesome. So, great. So, KABAL is coming to the game. Obviously, people are very excited to see the trailer. We are all super excited
Can't
to see
wait.
the trailer. Ed, I would like you to do the honors to show the trailer.
Yeah. It's here's the KABAL trailer.
You look familiar. Our paths crossed years ago, KABAL. I'd never forget a fight. Fight!
Fatality. Kabal wins.
Awesome. Great. That's Kabal.
Kabal land.
Looking amazing. We do understand there was a bit of a sound sync issue with that trailer. One will go out online that will be synced correctly. Sorry about that. We do have this is a good time to mention this.
Yeah.
We have a new room, as you can tell. An awesome new stream room, which we're super excited about. And we've added a lot of technological stuff to the room to make it better, a better streaming experience for us and for you, more importantly. So, first stream, might be a few things that happen.
Two problems so far.
That's not a huge deal.
Who's counting?
We're not counting. You just counted.
Right.
So, but I think the greatest thing now is let's move past that. So you'll see a better trailer at some point, I'm sure, and we will get right into Kabal. So let's talk a little about him first. Let's a little bit of lore, maybe a little bit of archetype talk.
Well, Kabal has always had his hook sword since MK3, but while he had moves that used them, I wouldn't say his fight style was completely based on it. And in this game, that's kind of what the design team went for. He uses them more than he ever has before. He does have punches and kicks, but he uses the hook swords a lot.
Okay.
And I think that's very cool, and it's drastically changed his range. I would call him a mid-range to long-range fighter now, which is kind of neat.
Cool.
He does have the traditional Nomad Dash. A lot of the returning characters you saw with even Scorpion and Sub-Zero, we've given them a ton of new moves. But we want to keep, there's always the one or two classics that you have to bring back, and that's the Nomad Dash for him.
And one thing we want to talk about when we talk about the characters who are returning from past games, which there's a lot of them too, is kind of what's new about them and what returns. Because when you play a character that you're super in love with, right? Me for Kano, which we haven't shown yet. There's certain things about Kano that, as a Kano player, need to be there. They're a bit kind of the thesis of his character, right? And it's the same with Kabal. So he has some things coming back. A lot of new things and some things that bring him to be Kabal.
Could you imagine Kabal without a dash?
Right.
It just wouldn't make sense.
But we also look at the spirit of the character and try to redesign them. So a big example will be his classic buzzsaw move has been drastically redone in a lot of neat ways, which I think is very cool. So it's back, but it's very different.
Yep. Awesome. Excellent. So let's you want to get in there and show
let's
some
go
stuff?
in and
Awesome.
So here we go, Lord Kabal. So let's start by talking about his normal attacks. And like I said, they have excellent range now. One of the key ones is back light punch.
Look at that reach.
Back front punch. Back punch, down punch is this super far, start of the round kind of footsie tool, which is footsies is your mid-range game. You're kind of back and forth when you're feeling the opponent out. The first hit is a mid. The second hit's actually a very fast overhead. And he can actually hit confirm it into the dash and go into a combo if he wants. One thing that's notable about that is typically in MK11, we actually don't have that many special moves that go into a combo without amplifying it.
Right.
Even Scorpion's Harpoon in this game, he actually has to amplify it to get a combo.
Right.
He doesn't. The dash, he'll always get a combo. So that's kind of a pretty powerful thing about Kabal, a really good option.
And you can just catch people all day with it, just like classic
Of course,
Kabal.
just like classic Kabal. Another really good normal is forward 2-2-4, which he starts doing these mids, and then he ends in an overhead. And he has low attacks that you can use to mix it up if you want. So that's kind of a good up close.
Splat.
Yeah, and that also goes to a crushing blow we can talk about later.
Okay.
Another one is 3-2, which is kind of like your Punisher string. You block Sub-Zero slide or Scorpion's Harpoon, and then you can actually, again, juggle them and go into Nomad Dash.
Classic Kabal.
Now, here's what I want to just do a little. I noticed something that you did, Steve. So, as you know, when you create your own versions of these characters, you can name what you've done it. You've called this 7-3.
Yes. That's a reference to a previous game that I'm
Yeah.
going to get to, and that it basically is a warning to people playing him. I'm very, very strong.
I'm very, very strong.
Yeah, beware. And I made this Kabal this loadout on purpose.
Did I just blow a reveal?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a big deal, but thanks, Tyler, for killing the bit.
My bad.
So the final normal I'd like to talk about is my personal favorite with Kabal. It's his forward 4, 1+3. So this knee is super fast. It's a really good mid, and it goes straight into a very quick overhead.
Okay.
And I want you to keep in mind, I keep mentioning overheads because those are the key mix-up tools that he has in his normals.
Right.
And we'll get to his lows in a little bit. So
Now, when we talk about overheads too, for those who don't note that that's a move that you have to stand block.
Exactly.
It will
If
hit
you're
you if you are
crouch
ducking.
You'll get hit.
Yep.
So you're always going to be wanting to stand block against him unless he commits to low special moves that I'll show in a minute.
Sure.
So I think the forward 4 is just a great tool. Like if you hit a down 1, or if the opponent does something where they're in recovery, but they're not punishable, but they're like slight recovery, it's a great move to just mash it out. Honestly, when I play Kabal and I don't know what to do, I do forward 4.
Right.
And you really can't go wrong.
And another thing, like I just want this, as you watch the Kombat Cast and as you learn with us, I want you to know some of the terminology. So when you say forward 4, like people play on different consoles, different systems, so the buttons are labeled as such 1, 2, 3, 4. So
right.
it's
Like you can think of it as the left punch button is 1, then 2, and then on the kicks it's 3 and 4. So
Right.
that's a universal way for any character, any console.
So when you go online, you go to the Amazing Mortal Kombat Reddit, you go to our Discord, on Twitter, if people are trying to discuss what combos do,
Yep.
you're going to see a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, back, forward, 4, to like explain how combos work.
Another notable thing I'd like to show is that a lot of his like classic things, like your sweep, your down 4, your pokes, and all that, he also uses like swords. Like this is actually his down 4, which is awesome. It's almost the start of the range, the start of the round range. A lot of times, just kind of playing the mid range, walking back and forth in the back 1 range, I'll just kind of do this and clip their leg. And you can see his sweep actually has, I would call
That's
this
good range right
hella
there.
range. I think this is hella.
Oh.
Yeah, very, very good range. It's another move I'll just throw out.
What's above hella range?
Hema?
Oh,
That's
okay.
1 step bigger.
Okay, gotcha.
His back 2 is also great. It's not a combo, but it's kind of a safe, like,
Just get the hell
yeah,
out of here.
get out get out of here move.
Okay, that was you. That was you
Both
doing
playing
a
Kabal.
Kabal impression. Okay.
And now I think we can show his throws, which are pretty awesome.
And let's show this.
Sorry, that was my sound.
No, I like it.
Oh, God, it's good.
And I've always talked about this. Throws are so good. You see a lot of them in fights. So the throws really have to add color to the character. Like, they always have to feel like the character. Because, you watch a lot of tournament games, you're going to see a lot of the throw is something that we come back to a lot. It's an animation, so you want it to be something that's really cool.
Right.
Because people are going to see it all the time.
Yeah, it's one of the best ways to show a character's personality. We can also see his wake-up attacks. He uses his swords as a huge
Oh, gosh.
anti-air.
Yeah.
But then his up 3-1 is a straight poke.
Let's talk a little bit about wake-up attacks, too,
That's
because
a great time to talk about it. So you no longer do any special move you want when you're knocked down. Instead, you have these preset moves that are only available when you're knocked down. So with him, you hit up 2, and he'll do this move. And that's just a wake-up attack. That's the only way you can do it. And then you have an up 3. So
Now, also notice that it took 1 bar of defense and 1 bar of offense
Yes.
when doing that.
you are both waking up, and you're invincible, and you're also attacking. So it takes 50%.
now are they
of
both armored, or is just one? How does that work?
Great question. So you're up 3, which is like your poke. You just kind of strike them. That's fully invincible. But you don't get a lot of damage. You can see he just kind of knocks Sub-Zero away. It's just kind of get off me, get some
reset.
breathing room. Right.
Yep.
But the up 2 is not invincible, but it is an anti-air, and it is immune to air attacks. And that you get a full pop-up. So you can see he actually gets a combo. So the idea here would be, it's a simple meta of, do you want to do the safe, like just get off me, low risk, low reward option that's fully invincible, and if the opponent respects that, and they try to jump over you to punish it, you go for the anti-air one.
Right.
And then it would loop back into not doing a wake-up attack at all, or you can wake up roll forward or back, which is actually invincible.
Right.
Or you can just get up and actually block, and, you know.
Who wants to do that?
Right. I mean,
You've
I've
got all
never
these
seen you do
tools.
that.
Like, no.
Right.
Why would I
Use the
do
tools.
that?
Awesome.
So I think that's kind of Kabal's base kit, and I think the notable thing about Kabal in this game is he's actually, in my opinion, pretty basic and easy to play, which is interesting for him.
Right.
Kabal, like in MK9, was actually a high execution character, and in my opinion, he's not really like that anymore. He's not like a high pressure, high intensity character. He's pretty simple, and for me, I've always loved Kabal, but I could never actually play him.
Right.
I'm all in on. He's one of my favorite characters to play right now because you're only going to use like 5 or 6 moves, and they're pretty basic. And he kind of has a move list. It's like quick and dirty. Like
Right.
here's some good mids, here's some good overheads. He has a couple low special moves. What more do you need?
Well, and that's important too. I mean, that happens a lot in the games we make. Is that like there are some characters that like really help the people who are good at high, like, very difficult things. But like a lot of characters who aren't super difficult to play still fit right in the meta, and
Yep.
it's a good place to start. Like if you're starting playing our games, like maybe Kabal's a good place to start for you.
I absolutely think he'd be a really good beginner character. If you just want to use your kind of from this range, I just kind of do safe stuff and don't really commit to anything. Make the opponent, if you want to think more about the opponent making mistakes than what you're doing, I actually think he's a great character for that.
Also has a lot of really badass specials. So if you're a guy who's not a tournament guy and you like sitting down on the couch with your buddy and having a beer and playing the game and want to slam some hook swords, this is the guy you go with.
Which sounds like a good reason to get into his special moves.
Let's do it.
So, I don't know if anyone noticed in the trailer, Gas Blast is gone.
Well, it's just totally different, I guess. Kind of, right?
It's gone.
All right.
There is no more instant or gas. There are now
Well, yeah.
hundreds of MK9 players that are just
Crying.
Well, there's a couple Cabal players that are crying.
Right.
However, Cabal's still a pretty awesome zoner. His buzzsaw is now very, very fast, and it's actually a gadget that he throws. Because I've always wondered, what is that? Why does he lift his leg up and summon a magic buzzsaw? It is now Black Dragon tech from the Black Dragon Black Market he got from Kano, and he actually throws it like a straight projectile. It's a good recovery. It's pretty good. And the amplified version actually allows him to go into Nomad Dash. So you can't really react to it. You gotta guess that, like, you gotta be pretty confident it's gonna hit. But if he's trying to trade projectiles and you're sure it's gonna hit because it's significantly faster than most projectiles, you can go ahead, go into it, and get a combo conversion. So that's pretty cool. He also has other buzzsaw moves that you can use as abilities. Like, for example, this loadout, he actually has the low one back. And the amplified one is super cool because he throws two. It does really good chip damage, and it takes up a ton of space, so they actually will have to jump.
Right.
I also, in this loadout, because this loadout is based on, now amid the 7-3 thing is, this is my MK9 style Cabal. He actually has a air straight one that he can do.
Oh, jeez.
And he can amplify that to actually recover super, super fast.
Right.
So, you can use to cover the ground, and they're going to have to inch their way in, and they're going to want to jump, and then you can go on and do the air one and try to catch them.
Or if they jump, can't you just catch them with a dash too?
Of course, you can do the classic, one of the best MK3 anti-airs.
Just stay back, right? Like, it's awesome.
Now, we've already talked about the Nomad Dash, but now we'll show it clearly. It's everything you want about Nomad Dash. Now, normally, he actually cannot cancel it. That's gone too.
Right.
We've, like, a lot of the pressure like that is drastically toned down in the default move list, but if you're someone that really loved it and you do have the execution,
right?
You're not like me, you don't want to just, play the bare bones, you want it, that is available as a customization item, so he actually can still do that.
So all the people that were asking is dash canceled back for him.
Yes, it is. You can make that loadout. If that's your bag, you're someone that's really good at that, that is available. It'll take one of your slots, so you got to think clearly, but if you want to make this MK9 style loadout,
you can.
You're free to do it.
And you can do it.
Yep. Another special move he has that's actually back, and I think is very cool, is his Hook Slam move. And this is your combo ender. You're going to pretty much end all your BNBs with this. It does good damage. If he amplifies it, it's super fun.
Yup.
Whee! Yeah, that's super fun. Another one of his key special moves is, in this loadout, I gave him... Wait, I just forgot what I was going to show.
Number 3.
I think we're done with this loadout, actually.
Cool.
I think we're ready to go to the next one. Okay.
Let's check out another loadout.
All right, so I made another loadout. This is the personal one that I use when I play.
Okay.
I'm very happy with this loadout. So first off, this is actually a default move that he didn't have in the last one. He has an air saw that goes at a downward arc.
Right.
The last loadout I had chose to go for the straight one, but normally he uses the down one, which is the one I prefer. He can also amplify it to recover very quickly. And this is pretty awesome, not just for zoning, but it's for faking jump-ins. Like, you can kind of pretend to jump in and actually change the jump arc. You can stay safe by jumping down quickly.
So this is what you were talking about earlier, too, the human, like, awesome-looking skin for him.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely love the coat, and I think his not being burnt up is cool. And since we're playing with timeline stuff, we're able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
He was actually meant to be in Special Forces Unburnt, and there's, like, art for it and everything.
Hold on a second.
Oh.
Steve's Lore Minute.
That's right. That was actually cut. So, and he was in Shaolin Monks, but this is the first time where you can actually play him unburnt. And I'm very hyped for that.
All right.
Cool.
Also in this loadout, I gave him a low hook sword, which not only looks cool, this complements all the overheads I mentioned earlier. And this is the way that I like to play Cabal. High risk character. Like, I'll do this, and normally he has the overhead. I'll go into the low hook.
Ooh.
Or, as I said, this is an overhead. I'll do this. So the low hook is punishable. He's going to get bodied if they block it, but he keeps the opponent guessing all the time. I also am a big fan of doing that instead of the overhead, and that's going to not only keep him guessing, but it's going to keep him focused on the normal he's doing, which then opens up throws.
Right.
And then lastly in this loadout, I gave him the parry, which is, in MK9 he kind of had a parry because EX dash is so OD, and now we've actually just given him an actual parry, and it's very strong. He can actually hold it as long as he wants, and he gets a full combo when it hits. So he gets a super effective parry. So in my opinion, the way I play him in this loadout is he's a 50-50, it's a high-risk 50-50, but he still opens you up all the time, and then he has defensive options with the parry. So he tries to get in close, then he starts opening up with overhead low mix-ups, and if you try to attack him, he can parry the full combo.
Can I say something?
No.
And Derek, maybe you'll agree.
Okay.
Is there anyone faster at going through the training menu than Steve?
No.
Well, I do it all day long.
Like, it is...
It's impressive.
We got Ken Morris coming in here in a little bit. They can't hear you. Yes or no? Is there anybody faster? Ken thinks he's faster.
Oh my gosh! Can we get 2 screens side by side?
Time it.
For the worst stream of all time. To see who can do that fast.
Should we do one more loadout?
Yeah,
I have one prepared.
I think we owe it to people.
We owe it to people? Okay. So this is a gas-based loadout. All the loadouts are thematic. I don't mean that. I mean...
Oh, got you.
Okay.
Got you. Yeah. I'm a child. I'm sorry.
All right, so I gave him 2 different gases here. The first is this new version of Gas Blast. That's actually like, it's like a string ender. It's a safe way to end his strings if he doesn't want to commit to anything.
All right.
Derek, please. And the amplified version is very neat because he spits out even more gas, and this gas cloud, if the opponent's in it, they will take dot damage, and jumping is disabled.
Oh, okay.
Do you have to say dot damage or just say dot?
Damage over time.
That's
You're
like,
right.
That's
It
like
should
saying
just be-
ATM machine.
Right.
Right.
So this one you can kind of use when you're focused on the mid-range with his back one string. You kind of spit that out, and now the opponent, they're either going to take the damage or they're going to continue to stay out. So that's pretty cool.
Sick respirator too.
Yeah.
That's really cool looking.
And then I also gave him this high mobility gas jetpack, where you can see and you can control how far you can control how far he goes. And this, it's kind of like you'd see an air dash in an anime game, or actually maybe even a wacky Injustice character. And you can use it to go into cross-ups, go over them.
Could you cancel into special moves from it?
You can.
Oh my goodness!
Which I really like to do that too. You can use it to go over projectiles. Like if he's going to do Ice Blast, you jump. If you're going to land doing it, Gas Blast over, then do the air saw. It's
When you showed that you could cancel that, I want Matt Burke to put Burke Cam on and show what he did when he saw that.
Oh,
There we go. That was really good.
right.
That was
yeah.
good.
So
Burke
with
can.
the custom variation system,
Good.
these are 3 very different play styles. You can play a high mobility keep out version where he can close the distance really quickly. You could play an MK9 style OD zoning version with the cancels if you have the execution. What I love is Scarlet has some similar stuff. I'm not smart or talented at playing complex characters, so I can avoid them. But the option's still there if you are. Or you can play the very basic 50-50 version that I like to play.
Right.
It's pretty much
That's
up
where
to
I
you.
would be, too.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Crushing Blows. You want to talk about those for a second?
Crushing Blows is one of the new systems you may have seen where it goes into the X-ray effect and the opponent has their jaw broken or whatever.
Right.
So the way it works is every character has 4 to 5 moves that can trigger it, and conditions are what triggers it. For example, the uppercut one everyone has. It's universal, and that is if you counter a high attack.
Right.
For example, if you try to throw me and I uppercut your throw, will get Crushing Blow.
And those can be comboed after.
Yes, they have different they do insane damage, and they often lead to DOT or a different reaction, maybe a stagger, or in the case of an uppercut, a combo.
Now there is, I believe, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. In the options, you can choose how those fire off too, right?
The choice is you can make it so that you can hold the button down to trigger it, and that would be if you don't want to, because you can only do them once per game.
Because we actually had this happen, you and I, where you beat me in the game, but you did one at the end of the round where you probably shouldn't have done
I
it.
did Sub-Zeros to kill you, but you were going to die with the slide anyway.
Right.
So losing that bonus damage was actually a bummer.
Because he could have used that the next round, but he lost it because
Right.
you can only do them once it's been done.
Now,
Once
does
it's
it
been
cost
done.
meter to use them?
It does not. If it's an amplified move, it costs you the meter,
Sure.
but it does not cost you any other resources,
Right.
which is one of the cool things about the resource system in this game. So one other example, since we have KABAL on, would be Actually, I'll do it this way. His 4-2-2-4, if it hits as a punish, will go into the crushing blow. So the meta here would be simple. When you block his slide, do you want to cash in and do your crushing blow? And you can see it does a lot of damage. Like,
What's the normal damage? Yeah.
all right, that's the normal one. So it's a pretty significant increase in damage. And you also can get stuff, again, like longer knockdowns or all different kind of goodies. They are definitely much, much better than normal version.
Right, and so and that's what I've loved. Like, there's a bunch of things we've talked about, like, for instance, the fatal blows.
Right.
Do you want to use those at this time? Do you want to use them later?
Yes.
Same with the crushing blows. Do you want to use them now, or do you want to save it for later? Like, are you closing out a round? Is that the most important thing to you? Or are you bodying and you want to save it for later? You know, like, there's just a lot of questions there.
Almost every aspect of the game that we've changed since the last game plays into that. For example, I said it during the reveal event that combos are pretty toned down. That's not to say I saw some people, oh my god, there's no combos, it's like Mortal Kombat 1. No. That is not at all what I'm talking about, but they are generally shorter, it's more resources and more dangerous to try to go into combos. But the damage that's not there from combos as much is back in the form of crushing blows or fatal blows and all that. But exactly as you said, you have to think about when to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
So the way I view it is to get the big damage, it's not hard to do. It's hard to think about what to do. When do you want to do the crushing blow?
So, I mean, I think the moral here is don't worry. There are plenty of combos for me to drop.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to keep happening. Don't worry.
I have never seen you actually do Sonya's back 1, 2, 3 into 4, 2, 1 every time in a game.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true.
So
Classic Tyler.
I think
blowing me up,
the
man.
final thing to show Ball would be his fatal blow because it is sick.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan of it. So if you didn't see the reveal event, the way it works is when you're at 30%, you can see the life bars now.
Right.
You gain access to fatal blow. And you do it just like you've always done super moves in our game. Both shoulders, even my dad can do it. And you get a one-time use, so you gotta make it count.
Right.
Once it hits, it's only gonna hit once. So let's go for it.
Oh, you did it. Yep.
I've seen it 800 times, and the twirling part is still amazing.
And the into is kind of cool too because he wraps around.
That's what I want to. His N2 is by far my favorite right now. It is super fast, and when you play a Cabal, the most fun thing about playing Cabal, free, is you're zoning them, and you're in fatal blow, and if they hit a button to do their own projectile,
Like, is he going around the world? Is he going out the back door just around the building?
Is he going through a portal? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know the answer to that. So right now, that is Cabal.
That's Cabal.
That's how he plays. That's how he's going to be working in the game. There's some, of course, there's a ton of other loadout options you're going to have. We haven't showed everything they have.
That's not even all the abilities. That's just the ones that I made.
Right.
He actually has some very interesting ones you can even see in the trailer, and more than that too.
And also talking about the different looks that he has, the customizations and whatnot. There's a ton of those too that we have not shown.
Oh, there's some really.
We're not going to
good
show
masks.
very many at all. Really, we're going to show probably about 3 every time. But just like other customizable games we've done, there's a ton of content that you'll be able to unlock. So cool. I believe it is now time.
Ooh.
We're gonna talk through. There's a character that we talked about at the reveal events by the name of Geras, who is definitely one of my new favorite characters.
He was a big hit.
It really was. We want to kind of do a walkthrough of how he plays a little deeper. Maybe show a couple of his loadouts as well. And to do that, let's show a picture of the big guy real quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're gonna play with him. We're gonna bring a special guest in. Oh, you did?
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were gonna throw.
All make mistakes, right, Burke?
Yeah,
We weren't muted.
I have a lot of new buttons now.
I mean,
we do have a lot of new
Burke
buttons.
makes a lot of mistakes.
So we're bringing a special guest in right now. We have Mr. Ken Morris here. He's
Hi,
going to be here
everybody.
for another thing we're going to be doing after this. Again, we have a lot of new stuff happening. We have a new room, and Burke now, behind the power station, has more buttons than we have ever had in the entire history of the stream.
So more Burke mistakes.
You know what? I'm going to call it my mistake.
Oh, for giving him so many buttons?
I think so. I think so. So let's
my clip's not working.
Oh,
Oh wait, it's fine.
nailed
there
it.
we go.
It's
Cool.
fine.
Moving on.
So let's talk a little bit about about Gears. Let's talk about who he is, what he does, that sort of thing, but not too in depth, obviously.
Don't get too nerdy.
Oh
Steve.
hey, look at that.
Make sure it's that controller. So Geras is a big body grappler. Because if you're making a henchman, I think it makes a lot of sense to make a heavy, right?
Right.
Shang Tsung
Absolutely.
had Goro, Shao Kahn had Kintaro, Quan Chi had Moloch, and now we have Geras. He
Right.
actually has multiple grab moves, including one of the coolest command grabs I've ever seen. But he's not just a power fighter. He also has control over time and the sands of time.
Excellent.
And he has some very, very clever trap zoning moves. Like you'll see in a minute, he has moves that can control space using his powers that are very unique for a grappler to have.
Excellent. Let's take a look.
So let's start with his normal attacks. One of the key ones is actually forward one. So forward and a front punch. It's very, very quick mid that travels very, very far. And he has a couple options he can do from it, including actually a grab attack. Another key one is forward 2, 1, 2, which is these dash-in punches. And he can actually link into his command grab after it. Or any other special move.
I absolutely love shoulder charges. I don't know why, but like, there's just something about shoulder charges that are so
If
awesome.
you're a big guy in a fighting game, you pretty much need a shoulder guard.
Is it
right?
actually because you're not a big guy?
Probably.
So, okay, I'm just making sure.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, no problem.
I think you could still do a shoulder check if you wanted.
No, I would be horrible at it.
We
People
just
would be
saw
like, what are you
Ken,
doing?
Ken do it. It's a big guy staple is the body splash. The big body splash. Another interesting one is back 2-2, which is an old school like 80s wrestling double axe handle.
Clubbing blows.
Yeah, just a big ass clubbing blow. And his normal attacks actually use a lot of his sand powers. Like you can see his down 4. He goes into the ground and it makes sand come up. And his hop attack, which is really cool.
Ooh.
He literally pounds sand.
Pounding sand.
And you can see his wake-up attack is very, very effective as an anti-air.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
a big sand explosion.
Yeah, Ken got me with that earlier.
So you can see for his normal attacks, he's pretty much just a bruiser. He just kind of goes to the mid-range and up close. Oh, that's a great point. I forgot that move. So he has 1-1-1 and then 1+3, which goes into this backbreaker.
Whoa.
And the last jab is actually an overhead, and he has low special moves that he can actually mix you up with. So the opponent's going to have to guess between a low special move which crushes them, or a backbreaker which crushes their back. It's a really big bummer of a mix-up.
It's not going
There's
well.
not really a good choice there.
I mean, backbreakers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
excited?
If you're a fan of grapplers or wrestlers, I think Geras is definitely a character for you.
I mean, when I saw, a lot of things that I saw when I first saw him was just like, okay, this is definitely in the head. This is what I'm looking at.
One of my favorite things about the reveal event was Ultra David got to play to commentate with us, and he did an awesome job, by the way.
Yeah.
And I walked up to the character select, showed him the game, and like, well, here's your main. And he was like, yeah, this is my main.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
So let's go into his special moves
take a
because
look.
they're very unique. First off, his command grab is actually, he runs and grabs you. Like, it's actually distanced. And now, if you're mid-screen, he'll throw you as long as he can, then let you go. But if you do it closer to the wall, see what happens, because it's a barrel of fun.
Oh.
You were like a
not bad.
pixel
Why did you
off.
reset?
Yeah. To get the run, man.
All right.
That's just terrible. The way that he slowly walks away is the best part.
I like the way the victim slumps off. Ugh.
So would you say that Geras has some quarter carry capabilities?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on for him.
So that's his
Absolutely.
command grab. The opponent can actually duck it, but you can see that I think it'll even hit from the start of the round.
I think you need to be just a step in, like a micro step.
So his other kind of typical special move is his big fist, his big sand fist. This is an awesome string ender. Like, it's a way to end strings safely. It's safe on block. It is a high, so if it's not a block string, like a safe block string, you can actually duck. Like, if he does a poke into it, you can actually interrupt it. But for the most part, when you're going to use it, it's going to be safe. And that's just kind of, you push him away, you get damage, you stay safe. But then we'll go into more of his, kind of what I was talking about, his wacky trap moves. First off, he has a sand trap. This does not auto-track you. You have to either do close, medium, or far, but it's one of a really good move to keep them out. He can kind of use that in the mid-range and predict that they're going to jump into it. He can use it far away if he thinks they're going to try to throw a projectile or they're going to try to do one of their long-range normals. it's one of those moves that just kind of controls space, and he's saying, stop, stop.
And it seems pretty fast, too.
It is super fast. There's no way, only Paulo would claim he can react to that. Paulo would use it for glue. Everyone else, you gotta like look for it. Now the thing is, to keep it balanced, is like I said, he has to know, is it close, medium, or far? So he's got to predict where they are, and they got to predict where he's gonna do it. Another good space control move is his actual time stop, where he will actually...
One of my favorite moves right now for the characters that we've revealed.
It's extremely clever. So from about mid-range, he can do this, and it has like the hitbox like an aura around him, and the opponent is totally frozen and does not react to anything until it's out, but they will take the damage. So you can actually see he can do an uppercut, and it won't knock them away. They just take real chunky damage, and then once the time stop's over, they then react, and he can actually get combos.
And you may have mentioned this. It takes a bar.
Yes, it
And
actually
this is a
takes
move
stamina.
that isn't amplified.
Correct.
It takes a bar regardless.
What
Yes.
more could you do to that move? Right? Like,
Yeah.
You also cannot 2-in-1 into it, so he cannot use it to like do easy combos. But it's a great punisher. It's a high risk move, but it's super high reward.
I've had a lot of fun doing it on jump ins.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, come on.
That's so good.
That's
All right.
Oh.
So we made three loadouts just like Cabal, and they're kind of themed, and I'd like to talk about them. So this one we have up. This is.
Well,
Go back to one. Okay, so this one is our sand-based
too
one. I gave him space control sand moves. So he's going to have a sand trap that lays on the ground, quicksand, and that will actually slow their movement. Or they get sucked in.
Right.
We'll see it in about 2 seconds.
You have a lot of fun creating these.
Yes, I always do. All right, so this one that will push them in. And this, you can already imagine, if you're a grappler, you know what this would be used for.
Yep.
They literally are forced to come into his grapple position. So he can be using his quicksand moves to control space. The opponent is sitting there, they're scared of the command grab. You put that out, and they literally come to be, and they have no choice. The second move we gave him is Sand Pillar, which is very similar to Sand Trap, except it goes up the length of the sky. He still has to do close, medium, and far, and that'll actually pop them up. And what's super cool is the amplified version. Puts it on a timer. You can actually see the hourglass. There you go. And when that's up, pillar comes out. So the idea here is put the hourglass out, then you do his other moves, and the opponent, if they dare to go in, that delayed thing is going to pop them up.
They're always worried that that's going to
Exactly.
happen.
Yeah, so that is an awesome space control one. And the final one we gave him here is, his sand trap changes, and it's actually projectile immune when he's doing it. So you do the normal sand trap.
Oh, that's actually another.
That's a different, what is the one in this then?
I honestly don't remember. This might be it for this loadout.
Is that 3 moves?
no, that was just 2.
Yeah, what are we forgetting?
I don't know. It's my first day.
Yeah, it's his first day on
It's
the
my
job,
first
Steve.
day, man.
All right, that's brutal.
Moving on. Moving on.
Can we edit that?
No, we're live. Do it live.
Okay,
Wait,
all right.
Fix it in post.
Wait, this is live?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Moving on.
All right, we have 5 seconds to think of it. What was it?
The one with the sand.
Yeah. What's the third sand move?
Moving on to
Time to
2.
turn
All
back
right,
time.
two.
We cannot turn back
Yeah,
time.
we cannot. I really wish I was Geras right now.
Yeah, would be nice.
All right, so turn back time. This is only going to have one ability because it's a 3-shot ability because it is the coolest, most OD OP move in the history of fighting games. I love this move. He actually can bank the last 4 seconds and completely rewind time.
It's awesome.
So, here is the classic example. Let's say he screws up and he whiffs his command grab and he's sitting there, oh no! If the opponent goes to punish it, he can actually reverse time while he's in a hit reaction.
That's awesome.
Like if Sub-Zero is actually doing like 2-1-2 to him, he can rewind.
I would point out that if you watch in the left side there, this one is a little different than most moves. This actually takes 100% of his defensive stamina to do.
Yes,
that
that's
seems pretty powerful.
Yeah,
It's very
so
powerful.
You
but,
get
yeah.
access to literally the most game-changing move ever made, but there are a lot of caveats, and you're going to have to think about that. You cannot use any other ability if you use this. So, and there are some that are also 2 slots. So, if you want to play a very safe Gearus that's going to be super conservative and you're going to use this to erase mistakes, you're giving up a lot to do it. But it is very, very strong. And I think that's one of the cool things about the variation system.
It's so awesome.
It's definitely one of the cooler moves, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Sadly, you can't get super meta and rewind yourself rewinding doing it to give your meter back.
That's true. You cannot do that.
Wow, you're thinking like 87 steps ahead.
That's pretty deep, I know.
While I think of it, let's check out his forward throw, because it's amazing.
Oh.
And let's check out his fatal blow, because its into is also extremely, extremely juicy.
You know, I don't think I believe Ken that he's just as fast as Steve.
It's my first day. Be nice.
All right, so his super into has tons of range and is super fast, and he actually sucks you in. So let's go for it. I didn't even think that would hit, and it did.
My spacing. I don't know if we need to talk about that.
I've always said it.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyler. At least someone defends me.
All right, so let's go to loadout 3.
Steve would have been there already. Moving on.
Oh my
just
god.
saying.
There's no dealing with you. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, that's the life we live.
So loadout 3, I decided to make a melee-based one. So the first thing I did was I actually replaced his command grab with a choke slam, which is a hit throw. Now, one thing about Gearus is he's not really like a combo master. He doesn't have a lot of pop-ups, but with this, he does. He can amplify it, and instead of throwing him on the spikes, he throws him into the sand portal and then gets a full combo. So, while you're giving up your key way of opening people up, you instead get a massive combo string that you can use to punish things or just use it in the neutral. And so if you're not really a grappler guy, but you think Gearus looks really
awesome.
cool,
Right.
this is a great choice for you.
Great news for you. Here's the move that you were looking for earlier. The projectile immune sand trap.
Yes, so if you're getting zoned out badly, normally when you do the sand trap, when he's going into the animation, you can hit him out. Like if Sub-Zero had done the freeze, he'll still get frozen. But with this version, he's actually projectile immune once he's sinking in. So it's great for anti-zoning. And he does a great Kali chop, so that makes me super
The
happy.
chop is fantastic.
Yeah, the chop is tremendous. Look at the way their body goes. Like, just get out of here, like garbage. And then lastly, this gives him a souped up big punch. He's actually able to charge it. And the longer he charges it, the more damage it's going to do. And what's cool is it's actually stored. He can charge it up a couple of levels, let it go back to fighting, and the next time he uses it, it remembers how much it was charged. So he could kind of charge it up, make it do a lot more damage, not actually use it, go back to playing it, charge it up a little bit more, and then when he finally wants to cash in,
Boom.
that was a lot of damage.
Dirty.
So that's an even bigger fist.
Awesome.
So he's got a big fist and then a bigger fist.
So just like Kabal, it's how do you want to play? Do you
Right.
want to just go in with forward 1 and charge up your big fist and cash in for big damage and get big combos with your choke slam?
Right.
Do you want to play the grappling style where you use the quicksand to like control their movement? Or do you want to make sure all your mistakes can rewind time and you use the rewind time move?
I make a lot of mistakes, so I'm just saying the rewind time makes me feel better inside.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing that he does is takes time off the match.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that's another thing, too.
Yeah, there's moves we didn't even talk about, and that's a great example.
It's
He can
so dirty.
literally take 30 seconds off the clock.
Right.
Or the other way, he can actually add
Right.
30 seconds back onto the clock. So if Derek's trying to timer scam you, you can put the time back and say, I don't think so. We're good here.
Yeah, because Derek loves to sit back and turn.
Yeah, well,
I do.
That's-
That's
it's a
so how I
fantasy.
play.
It's
Yeah.
a fantasy.
So that's Gearus, everybody. Super cool. Again, a ton of other things you can put on him, which we haven't shown yet. Which will, as we keep going, getting closer to the game's launch, we'll definitely see a few more of those things. But we're just going to show you bits and pieces right now because we still want people to be hyped about stuff that when they get the game, they're like, "We never saw that. That's insane," and that's all excited when we would have Steve here play against a former pro or play against someone who had had some tournament experience to show matches at a higher level, and people have really enjoyed that. So today, we've brought Ken and Steve here for a segment that I like to call Washed Up Warriors.
Ooh, I like it.
It's pretty cool. There it is, Washed Up Warriors.
Edgelord.
God, I'm edgy.
That's so good.
I
So
am
good.
edgy.
You look like you got a rap album coming
Yeah,
out.
don't worry about that.
So we're going to have them play a match. Who you guys going to go with today?
I'm going to use Kabal.
Okay.
I'm actually going to play Sub-Zero. He's been just getting beat up all day, so
Right.
I figure, give him a little love.
I think, so while you guys are setting up, I want to just kind of talk a little bit about your tournament resumes.
Okay. I'm excited for that.
Steve, let's do a little talk here. How many Evo top 8s do you have?
3.
How many Evo top 16s do you have?
4.
In addition to the 8?
So
No.
is that a total 7, or is that included?
Yeah,
That's
now I'm confused
4
by the
period.
math. What would you say is the biggest thing on your resume that you're most proud of?
I am the 2011 SoCal Regionals champion.
Okay.
I also got top 8 at all 4 MLGs I entered. And I had a streak of getting top 8 at every MK9 tournament I entered for literally years.
Wow. Okay.
That's pretty impressive.
I was also widely considered to be the best Catwoman in the world, and the only reason Samij and Tweety have any credibility as the best Catwoman in Starfire is I chose to let them.
Wow. Okay, moving
Yikes.
on. I want to start this out, Ken. Ken,
Yeah.
Galloping Gift Arcade, team member for many years. There's a tournament called Naptown Clutch.
That is true. That is a tournament. Great tournament.
You
by
went
the
to
way.
a lot of tournaments.
Yeah, I've been around.
But at Naptown Clutch, one I talk about a lot, you defeated this man right here.
Right here. That
Sitting
did happen.
right beside me.
Uh-huh.
You defeated him in the grand finals.
That is accurate.
Are you salty?
How mad were you?
How bad were you at the time?
How
At
mad
the
were
time, I
Yeah.
punched a chair.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, you're definitely leaving a part out. I came from the losers bracket. He got reset.
Excellent.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
you? Wow.
That's a good point. How many times do I bring this up a week?
At least twice.
Yeah.
And still not salty?
No.
All right.
I would like to point out, if
Yep.
I may, great resume. Great resume.
Sure.
I'm a few credits shy of any sort of mathematical degree, but I think the equation works out that because I beat him, I'm actually the best Catwoman player. And he's going to have to hold that.
Oh.
That is the only grand finals we ever met in outside of a local. This guy got the win.
I can't argue it, can I?
That's math.
It's simple math.
Yep.
That's math.
Check
The
it out.
numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
I say we go to the match. I remember we'll not talk over any sort of intros. So let's check it out. Washed Up Warriors, Saucy Jack versus 16-bit.
Woo!
Good lord.
Very, very excited about this, guys.
Don't talk during the intro.
The cold will slow you down. Whatever, I'll run faster. Running on ice is ill-advised.
Round
It's just
one.
good advice.
It's just giving advice. Hey,
And
pal.
if you noticed, we have subtitles on intros.
Right. Sonic Fox had tweeted that out. And we were like, hey, pal, they're there. You just got to turn them on.
Yep.
Absolutely.
There we go. Start with that
Opens them up.
overhead. Kind of drops it. A trade. Good jump.
Amplifies the slide.
You guys kind of have to talk while you're playing, too.
All right. Okay, we can do that.
I'm not good at commentating this.
Well, at the moment, you know, trying to hit Steve with these slides. For people that don't know, the slide crushing blow can be activated after you've done 3 EXs. So my game plan is to make sure that I have that available, just in case I need that at any point.
Right.
And I've already hit him with 2, so now Steve has to think about this the entire time. Is that slide crushing blow going to come out and bite him?
So 2 fatal blows are available
there
right
it
now.
is.
Oh, there it
That was
is.
a punish.
Hey, Steve, it seemed like you're kind of throwing the amplified saw blades whenever you want.
Yeah, I mean, the intention of the stamina meter is not that it's super, super limited. It does recharge at a fixed rate, and it's pretty fast. Like, the idea here is that we don't want you to just never be able to do it. So yeah, I'm pretty liberal with how I use it. That's personally how I play, and I think it makes a lot of sense with how it works.
Goes for the low grab. Oh,
And the reward is just so good that why
I'm
would I
going
not
to take it.
go
I'm
for
taking it.
Oh, that's
extra
a
damage.
big
Ooh.
damage. Now, keep in mind, Sub-Zero does not have his his fatal blow available anymore.
Right. I decided to end the round with it, so I've now left myself naked on that stuff. When it comes to fatal blow time, if I'm down again, I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm not going to have it available. Whereas he has his, and I now have to think about that the entire time.
That it could come at any moment.
Yep.
Goes into the low grab, pushing him back. Probably going to go back to saw blades. Yep.
Big trade.
Saw blades.
And now, as Steve
just
alluded,
staying back, waiting
as,
for him to mistake.
as he alluded to earlier, I now have to be very careful on when I do anything.
Oh!
There it is. Oh, he just throws it out all willy-nilly like that.
Now, it will come back.
It will come back, yes. It's about 6 seconds, so it's a while,
It
but
is
it will
back
come
now.
back.
Ken rolls back.
Steve's waiting for his moment to come in.
Ooh, throwing it.
Oh, there it is!
Caught him.
Oh, you're so fast. Help me.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, and you did.
So now we are into the final round,
And
and
we
there are
both used
no
our-
fatal blows
Right.
available.
Yep.
So the last 30 seconds meta is drastically different. It's honest now.
Yeah.
Like,
Honest pussies.
honestly, like in a situation like this, like if you think you're going to lose the round and they're going to use their fatal blow in this situation, especially with Kabal the way it goes into it, maybe baiting it out for the second round is a good idea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Going back to his zone and
Oh, what?
he gets it.
No more crushing blows available on the slide.
Right, I've already used it, which I then lost that round, so that ended up being a huge mistake tactically. And that is when you have to decide when to use it. Oh, I
Now
got
you
the
notice
plan.
I
just trading
amplified that
here.
interactable to get armor.
Oh, right.
Gets him in the corner.
Oh, I'm in a lot of trouble.
This could be good damage.
Oh, he guessed
That,
right.
that is punishable.
That's gonna be it. Oh, air escapes.
Oh, breakaway.
Breakaway.
Burke back there sat up in his chair. He's like, what?
Breakaway puts you in an armored state and you flip out of the combo, but you do still take damage. And the key thing to keep in mind is, because it takes so much stamina, you don't have access to your wake-up attack.
Right.
So Ken survived the combo, but he was put in a very, very difficult situation to
Right.
recover from.
Yep, which is why sometimes you don't have to sell it for the slide. It is Sub-Zero, is it not?
Yeah.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Turn back, Kabal. I only know how to go forward. Then you require a lesson.
That's very positive. He only knows how to
Yeah.
go forward.
I like
He's
that.
a
I
real
like that.
progressive.
First hit props. Go. Amplifies the throw.
But again, just trying to get myself into a position where I have the KB available if I want to use it.
Oh, just throwing out jump kicks.
We saw a real quick question on Twitter about the 30-second timer thing. You can't just end a round.
No.
No, you cannot. Also, a note on the interacts, as people can probably see right now, I used 2 in a row, and Sub-Zero, no defensive stamina because of those interacts. So
Yes.
I now can't wake up, and I put myself in a position where Kabal can just do what he wants to me. Also, for those that haven't seen a lot of the sub stuff, he's got these really cool projectiles that I keep using a lot that look really awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the new zoning Sub-Zero. Those are the ones that I use too.
Yeah, so Sub-Zero never being known as really a zoner in any. Oh! Oh!
Oh.
Fatal blows.
So that round did not turn out well for Sub-Zero.
It did not. And as you saw, Super Moo's armor is not instant. I did try to super in a gap in a string, and I was stuck. Poor
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
It
Kabal
does
is
take a
too
few
fast.
frames.
Now, if it was stuffed, does he get it back?
Yes.
Okay.
You
It
only,
has to go into the animation.
Yep, it has to go into the actual animation to count. Same with if it whiffs or if it's blocked.
Gotcha.
But it is a pretty long cooldown.
Sub-Zero with the long leg syndrome there. Now there was a decision where I did not want to use the crushing blow because I didn't feel like it was time.
You're in a lot of trouble.
Oh, I am. Oh, now I'm really in trouble.
Oh!
Oh, Steve tried to get a little swaggy.
That did not turn out well.
Critical disaster. Never go full Derek, Steve.
Yeah,
Never
totally
go
went full Derek.
full Derek.
Is it going to kill, though?
yeah.
Wow.
Never go full Derek.
Steve, how you feeling right now about that decision you made?
It's fun. I still have a round.
And-
You have a crushing blow as well, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Low grab, pushing him back.
I'm using it.
Ooh.
Oh, look
Now
at that
I'm a
damage.
little emo. Now I'm
Now it's
legitimately
looking good. Now it's looking good for Team Sub-Zero. Oh, and then I immediately eat a projectile. Maybe it's not looking good for Team Sub-Zero. I might have lied on the internet.
All right. Just about evening up the health here. Looks pretty close. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. I missed the punch.
You see his overhead there, I was actually able to punish it. So Sub-Zero has a great long-range overhead. It is good, but he was dead for going for it.
Oh!
And that's how the
That's
armor
gonna
did
do
so
it.
well. I think this might be
I
it.
think it's it.
I might be in a world of hurt. Send help.
Yep, you did.
Oh, I should have brought my Naptown Clutch trophy to make me feel better.
Wait,
Oh no, you're still alive!
Oh, you've got life! You got life!
no, I'm in the
Oh!
That was awesome.
Oh.
That was awesome.
Can we clip that and everybody tweet it to 16-bit, please?
Wow, it's 1-1.
We're ending the tie.
Wow.
We're a lot more, we have a few more things to talk about. We're going to end in a tie today. Ooh. Kenny will be back. We'll definitely have Dizzy, another former tournament player, come up at some point too.
Yeah, I need some sort of
that was
cool
awesome.
me down. I'm a little. Oh.
That was awesome.
Steve, that ending, how you feeling?
I'm now sicker.
Would you say that was a perfect example that we really are washed up warriors?
Brutal.
That was awesome. That's the most fun I've had watching you play a match in my entire life.
Well, it's because you're usually playing.
No, I mean like even on stream.
Oh, I gotcha.
We got some questions to answer. So
questions.
we are going to do a little Q&A section. We had a lot of questions from our Discord, from Twitter, from all sorts of places. Now here's the deal. We got a lot of questions. We got hundreds of questions. A couple rules that I've always told you guys. You'll never listen, and it's okay. I've learned. We're not going to talk about new characters coming out. That's one thing we won't be talking about.
Not?
No, not on question and answer. There's a lot of questions you guys are asking that are great questions, but they have to do with things that maybe we haven't talked about yet, or things like that. So we're not answering a ton of questions today, so we probably won't get to your questions and you'll be upset about it, but there are certain things we're just not talking about. Mm-hmm. We have a couple, though, so let's start with question number 1. Big question. Very excited. From at everyone, pretty much asked us this. Will Shaggy be in Mortal Kombat 11? Now, listen. Every time a petition is put on the internet about video games, everybody who works in video games, we take it seriously.
It is a serious
We
thing.
have a room in this building called the petition room where everyone from the studio comes in scared, wondering what to do next, into the petition room to see what we can do.
Yeah,
right?
and this has been a tough one.
What I said was not true. Shaggy will not be in the game at all, ever. Sorry. Dead meme.
Is it
Did I dead meme it?
Yeah.
The meme is dead. No Shaggy in Mortal Kombat 11. That is your first official deconfirmation.
How would you spell that deconfirmation?
With a K in the
middle.
So the mystery van will not be running over Scorpion.
No, none of this will be happening.
Does Scooby still have a chance?
Nobody has a chance.
Thelma?
Nope. It's Velma.
Velma? Sorry.
Oh, Terry.
Okay,
Sorry.
question 2. When's the next Kombat Cast? I'll handle this one. I don't want to give everybody like a full schedule yet of when we're doing things, because they won't be every week. We want to try to do them a lot. But that said, next Thursday, 3 o'clock Central, we'll be right back here again. And even though I said earlier we're not always going to reveal a new character, I feel like we're going to reveal a new character.
So really, we can't trust most things you say?
Nothing I say.
So wait, are you saying we're revealing a character?
We are going to reveal a character.
Is Shaggy...
Next week, next Thursday at 3 o'clock Central. Steve, what are you thinking about this one?
I cannot wait till we reveal her.
Reveal what?
Her.
All right. Question number 3. Let's give this one to Kenneth Morris. Will there be towers with character endings?
I have a great answer for you. As everyone knows, this is a stable throughout time, and I'm not going to let you answer it, actually, because you just proved to be a liar.
Yes.
So, yes, we will have tower endings coming back. You will get to maybe see canon, maybe non-canon, some way see what may or may not have happened to all your favorite characters. Those are returning.
Absolutely.
Mr. Burke, next question, please. Oh, Steve.
First off, Juicebox, that's awesome that he's going to try out the game. They do not have frames that they can be hit. They have recovery after they're over, so if you bait it out and you back off, you can punish it. But they are vulnerable to throws.
Yeah, so the question is, wake-up rolls have frames that can be hit, or can you only throw?
You can only throw.
And that's the cool thing. We've had some matches where like you don't know if they're going to wake up, you don't know if they're going to stand up, but like, yeah, the paper, rock, scissors of it is a throw will stop the roll.
Throw, you cannot go wrong.
And knock them right back into the corner.
Yep. And then they will have 50% less of their stamina.
Right. Next question, sir. Let's give this Zero Signal from on our Discord channel. You can go to our Discord channel. I believe there's a link on our Reddit page as well, which you should also be signing up for. Also, while you're here,
you should sign up for it.
I don't do Reddit.
I guess signing up's not the right word. Follow our channel so you know when NetherRealm is going to go live. Derek, can you answer this?
Yes. How do we acquire gear? You acquire gear by playing the game.
Yep.
So Towers of Time, you're going to be unlocking gear all the time. Through story mode, multiple places, you're going to be unlocking gear.
And probably places that we haven't discussed yet.
Oh, yeah. Lots of modes we have not yet discussed.
So lots of places to get the sweet gear that you've been seeing on these streams and on streams, and on the internet.
Yep.
So, next question. Is that the last
That's
question?
it. Woo!
I have one that's not on the list. This is a big one.
You're going off script?
I'm going off script, guys.
scary.
I'm going to do it live.
Wildcat. You got a Wildcat.
People are asking about region lock. Is this game region locked? It is not. So there's your answer to that.
The world applauds.
I can hear it. I can hear it in the shape of the world. Cool. Okay, so of course, as we're coming to the end of stream number 1, I've had a great time with everybody real quick. There's still some more stuff to do. I want to talk about a few things real quickly. I want to talk about Mortal Kombat X Mobile, which is now changing the name to Mortal Kombat Mobile. And here, right here on the screen, you can see right now, that's where you can follow Mortal Kombat Mobile and on both Facebook and on Twitter. 3 characters are going to be coming to the mobile game from Mortal Kombat 11. One of those is Scorpion that we have already revealed. Let's show a quick video of him real quickly. All right, that is Scorpion. There's a longer...
Can I stop you?
Yeah, please.
I have a huge confession to make.
Go ahead.
So at the end of Injustice 2, I really got into the Injustice 2 mobile game.
Sure.
I never thought I would be a mobile game player, and I was having a ton of fun with it. I'm actually like 30 out of 10 hype for the new Mortal Kombat.
He looks really cool.
That's my confession. It looks awesome. I'm very hyped.
So we are going to be going to we'll be having a longer version on some of our social channels later today at some point. So you can watch that. So definitely coming to the game. 2 other characters are coming. We'll have an update when it is ready, and we'll definitely be doing a stream about the mobile game as well.
Awesome.
From this amazing stream room that we have built. So awesome. Here's the deal. Every year, every game, there's a belt battle.
Yes.
It was the Lantern, and guess what it is now? The belt is back, y'all.
I'm pretty sure I'm like the owner of the belt.
I actually watched the last stream. It was me.
You're gonna take that?
What the hell is this?
I was actually the last winner of the belt.
Bodied. You got bodied.
Those blew up.
Wow. But
so-
I mean, like scoreboard. Can we get a damn scoreboard, right? Like, it's got to be like 15-3.
That doesn't matter. It's who possesses it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the belt right here, guys. We are going to play some matches. Now, we're going to start with, let's be totally honest.
Yeah.
We've been very busy, you making the game,
Yeah.
me traveling to talk about the game. So our skills, they're never great.
Nope.
They are at probably 60% of what they hope to be at some point.
How much percent?
40%,
Yeah.
what I say?
Yeah, buddy. I know how to do jump attacks.
So we would, yeah.
All right.
Well, you've always done that.
Right.
So we'll
You're
be having
halfway
a best of 3 between each other to see who gets the inaugural Kombat Kast 1 for Mortal Kombat 11
Yes.
belt.
Yeah.
But first,
Oh, man.
Tyler's favorite part, birthday shoutouts. So, happy birthday to Rachel Brown, Brian LeBaron, Nick DeCastro, and my beautiful wife, Candace.
Bert, can we get the close cam real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. Thank you. Great. We're now going to move into the belt battle.
All right.
Okay.
So the first match, we have characters that we know. And then after this first match, we're going to introduce something new.
I'm very excited.
Something that helps Tyler win is
Not
what
true.
I like to call it.
Not true.
Okay.
There is a thing that we have created. It is called the Wheel of Chaos.
Turn.
It is a wheel that will randomly give different things that we have to do during the match, during the belt battles. We're going to play a regular match first, and then we are going to let the Wheel of Chaos choose our destiny.
Okay, I'm in.
Shall we?
Let's do it, sir.
I will be playing Sonya Blade.
I will be playing Scarlet.
Now, Tyler, you've been practicing with Sonya.
little bit.
It's interesting. When you first started playing, you gravitated toward Baraka and Geras, but you actually fell into Sonya. Tell us why.
She has some cool two-player anime, stuff where I get to do throws and not command grabby so much, but kind of grab.
You don't care for me.
Life-sucking harpies aren't my thing.
I appreciate your blood's fire.
Oh, I don't even want. No.
Yeah, Sonya, I wouldn't call a grappler by any
Yeah,
means.
no.
She has a lot of grapple moves. Like, her archetype's not a grappler, but she is absolutely filled with those 2-player animations that are super, super cool. I also really like her in this game.
On the other hand, I'm very excited that this match started with Tyler. Oh, that was a meaty amount of damage. Tyler shooting onion rings and Derek immediately teleporting. Very excited to see that this is going well.
Oh, so you can see amplified it to get the armor. Armor is actually not plentiful in this game. Most characters don't have armor at all except in their fatal blows.
Oh,
there
which
it is.
speaking
Speaking of fatal blows,
Derek with no thought involved of whether he should use it or not.
And this actually, yeah, this is.
I thought my life is down. I need to hit.
It makes sense, but it's a huge risk this early in the match.
That's me.
Especially when you have already had a huge disadvantage. Oh, now zoning back. I like what we're seeing here.
Oh! Oh, all right.
Yes,
worked
me!
out for
Way to
Derek.
go, me!
And it paid off. But remember, now Derek will not have access to that. I don't know what he's going to do in an emergency.
I don't
for
know
the
what
next
I'm
2
going to
rounds.
do, period.
Still do the shoulder button and nothing comes out. Now you can see Sonya there used her flying kick ability move, which is actually, I really appreciate that reference to MK Deadly Alliance when she had the fly kick.
Come on, buddy!
It's also great because it kind of
You gonna
functions
jump at
like
me
the old
again?
square wave. That's one of the moves I use on my Sonya loadout. And if she meter burns it, it goes into a throw, which looks really cool. It's like the Izuna drop.
Oh, and look at this.
And Tyler really hasn't done back one at all.
Well, he did it once, got blown up by a down 2, and said, I'm never doing this again. And there it is again. Derek has now figured out the formula.
Tyler is just absolutely going crazy with the fly kick.
Tyler getting back to the zoning game. Oh, man.
Oh, no! Now Sonya's getting
these
her
are
off
bad
his guard.
choices I've
He's
made.
got
These are
combo.
bad
Also,
choices
he has
I've
fatal
made.
blow.
He has fatal blow!
Yeah, just die!
Tyler could easily make this comeback. He goes for the leg grab. No punish. No amplify on the leg grab.
Shoot.
Derek!
Oh, why would I do this to myself?
Derek worked himself into a problem, and look what happened. Massive comeback by Tyler. Nice job.
thank you, brother.
Now
Yep.
Tyler is sitting next to that bird feeder.
Not anymore. He wanted to fly away like a bird.
All right, good punish.
A punish.
Scarlet's overhead has tremendous range, but actually is full punishable if you have a long-range move. Excellent. Tyler mashing out of that restand. The restand is actually not like a big, long stagger.
Right.
Yes, yes, that
Oh,
is.
it says Tyler sucks. Yeah. Mine says default because I forgot to name it.
All right, this is actually getting down to the wire here. They have very
neither are
similar
going to have
health.
fatal blow. So this is
I did.
gonna
Mine
be...
didn't hit. Mine didn't hit.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's correct. That's a huge win for you. Then.
Bet you Derek wishes he had his now.
Oh.
Big throw though.
Go throw count.
Here we go. Oh.
Now fatal blow is available. Let's see if Tyler can get in and use it. Oh, the slowness of that ball's making him jump over.
Good match. That was a great match.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
That's enough.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh,
That's
Derek.
fair, but you did win the first match. I made some mistakes. I was playing better earlier today, like I usually do. That will change, though. Don't worry. I'm not worried.
I learned Scarlet 15 minutes before the stream.
See, it looked like it. Can we please, Matthew Burke,
Yeah.
It did.
spin the wheel of chaos?
I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Wheel of Chaos. Turn, turn, turn.
I'm just gonna pick one.
Ooh, we must have a new budget.
No blocking.
I don't do that anyway!
No blocking.
So what happens if you get caught blocking?
Replay the last match then.
Right. Yeah. So I blocked some mix-ups. Thank you very much. Well, if you do know they're mix-ups. So what is the rule about no blocking? If you're caught blocking, you take an uppercut from the other person.
Yep.
A free
like it.
uppercut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Great news. Great
Derek,
news. Yeah.
do you know where the block button
Do I
is?
have to be the same character?
Choose who you want, please. I'd like to move on. Like to make the stream move faster, sure. But we can definitely go back into character select.
Okay, great.
Am I right?
Looks like he's going to go to Scorpion.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Oh,
this is Derek actually low-key loves MKX Scorpion.
Well, that's actually a problem too because he teleports a lot and I can't block it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the plan, folks.
Derek just counterpicked the Wheel of Chaos.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Winners shouldn't be able to choose their new character, but I let him, so this battle might not count.
What the hell is this?
That's a good point.
Wait,
Oh,
that's
there
valid.
is some chicanery going on.
I'm keeping an eye on your clan,
Trust, but verify.
just like the Gipper said.
Wow, a Ronald Reagan reference.
Yeah. Derek immediately teleporting.
I had not
like a
seen that
madman.
before.
Derek, please describe to the audience how this is any different from your normal game.
None.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we were clear on that.
Yeah, this is bad.
Now, keep in mind, that means he can't block leg grab.
It also means that, remember, you cannot just wake
No,
up.
I was gonna do mine!
You cannot wake up with a special move. So Derek, if he gets knocked down, can't just do wake up teleport.
He can't block jumping. I'm impressed that you two haven't screwed up and accidentally blocked.
Yeah,
Me too.
Are you though?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I would eat 4 free uppercuts. Oh, good. Full combo.
Look at this.
This is crap.
Chooses not to amplify for the extra damage, saving it.
Oh, big anti-air. God, Derek is just getting steamrolled.
Yeah, this is not
I'm
looking
confused.
Oh,
What to do?
send
I'm
help.
okay. I'm okay to take it.
That
I need to
might
take a
have
minute.
been the poorest choice of a fatal blow.
Like I wanted you to do that.
Yeah, that
All right, guys.
Oh,
Everybody's Team Tyler. Real cool.
No,
brutal.
come on.
chainsaw's in play.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's good. I need to get back to where I was.
Yeah, I think you actually got too excited and are now struggling. Now you got
here we go.
Not amplifying.
Oh,
all right.
man.
That was absolutely decisive.
Yeah, that was impressive. Oh,
no.
Turnabout.
This is just rude. This is rude. All right, so do we go back to the Wheel of Chaos? Or?
We go back to the Wheel of Chaos.
Crap.
For the belt. Back to the Wheel of Chaos.
You got it, buddy. You got it.
Okay,
You can do
Thank
it.
you, pal. Thank you, pal.
Yeah,
Thank you,
no
pal. Thank you, pal.
Oh,
Fun one.
sports
Fun one.
shit.
The Wheel of Chaos. What do you
Wheel
bring?
of Chaos. Turn.
Steve picks characters.
All right, let's go to the
That's
character
fun.
select.
That's fun.
Oh, great. Can we say that Kabal is off limits since we've actually never...
Look at
That's
all
fair.
these additional rules Tyler just made.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Fine.
All right.
Or just pick him for Derek then, if Derek's...
No, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
No,
Whatever.
I think...
Hey, you know, I will.
All right. What do you got?
Tyler will use Baraka.
Okay.
Derek will use... I'm going to go with the opposite and say Sub-Zero.
Okay.
Sub-Zero. Baraka.
Great. I'll go with that variation.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not... It's been a while, everybody. It's been a while. Well, Derek, good luck.
Good luck, buddy.
Shang Tsung.
Now, Sub-Zero, actually, I'm a huge Sub-Zero fan, and I love his MK11 design. It's very different. He is no longer a defensive beast. He's a footsies beast.
I'll pick your bones clean. Savagery is no match for skill. The savage eat the skilled.
I love Sub-Zero, known contract killer, lecturing someone about civility.
Oh, awesome. Maybe they get us some...
We can block again, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh, there you go.
let's see how familiar. I think everyone's familiar with Sub-Zero, right? Like he's a
Yeah, I'm
character
just gonna
that
do this to Tyler.
I'm in
you know.
a ton of trouble. I almost said shit ton of trouble. but I didn't.
Well, you did there after.
Thank God you didn't.
Convert
We have combos. Look at
look
this.
at this. Yep. Derek's learning strings on the fly. This is going very well.
Now, will Tyler use his fatal blow? Because you know he wants to.
Oh, yeah. He was using it until you said that.
Yeah.
It was coming out immediately.
All right, there we go. I was about to say the Spark can actually outzone Sub-Zero.
Oh, that's gonna do
Oh
me.
wow, that
Big ol'
I didn't
chunk.
mean to do that, but I did.
At
Might
least
have-
he used it.
Yeah.
Right.
Might be attacked glare.
Round two.
I don't remember his moves very well. That's on me.
It's actually on Steve.
Yeah, it's true.
Tyler doing the MK2 jump kick. I love it. That big drop kick.
Nice mashing on that throw tech.
Shades of Randy Orton.
Oh man, big bite.
Oh, took a bite out of crime like McGruff the crime dog.
Derek now wishing he had that crushing blow. But here we go.
Oh,
Derek's-
Sub-Zero is
yeah.
absolutely dangerous in the corner.
Derek's got him in the corner.
I'll take him out.
Just
I'm
toss the
friendly.
right out though. Fatal blow in play again.
Jump at me, Tyler.
Baraka's fatal blow is actually a super fast overhead,
This is true.
so you really got to look out for it. But Tyler's in a lot of trouble right now. He really needs to hit that fatal blow.
Oh!
Huge opportunity.
Crap! I'm gonna have enough health.
He's gonna have enough health, but we are now. He's tied it up.
It is.
It's
Super close.
yeah, it's gonna be really close.
Cruddy dud.
Everyone's
Let's see if
sweating.
Blade Spark can finish this off. Doesn't go for the mid.
No!
It's a mid. You can't slide under that.
Thank you, Steve.
We were going to the last round here.
Final round.
But
Fight.
a note, there is a fatal blow still in play. Not for Baraka, however.
I
Okay.
think Tyler really needs to use the amplified Blade Spark. No wake up attack. Just going for uppercuts. Tyler's playing
Ooh.
Baraka like it's MK2.
But it's fine. Threw him into the corner. Now,
Excellent. Goes to
into
the
a
low.
Yep.
Oh, whoa. 2 uppercuts. No punish.
No punish. Oh, God. It's falling apart.
They're both panicking.
Yep, absolutely.
Big whiff.
Ooh, okay.
Big bite.
Good bite. Chomp.
The mace is in play. Mace the Dark Age. Oh, no. Jump kick versus jump kick. The mace whiffs.
Mace whiff. This is just...
No!
Okay.
Stop it!
Derek's
Blade
just
sparks.
eating every
Crushing
blade
blow.
spark.
Derek, you know he wants to do this crushing blow. He doesn't.
I do want to do the
Fatal
crushing blow! I don't want to
Fatal
die!
blow. It's fatal blow.
Whatever!
No, I have
Oh,
the champion.
we
We have an
got
inaugural
one.
champion.
Oh, no, Derek.
Hit 2, hit 2.
Oh, two.
Up close, up close, up close.
Oh, well.
Oh my god.
I feel like he just shouldn't get the belt after that.
Right.
After that
We
disaster.
have an
After
inaugural.
what? After we
champion.
both were terrible?
Yeah, no, it was bad.
No, I meant the fatality.
Oh, you're right. I didn't have the fatality.
It was horrible.
If you think about it,
Sorry.
you
Hold
ended
on.
MKX's champion, you're still champion. It was like long 2-year reign where you didn't defend it, like
Right.
Brock Lesnar.
Hey, can we get a quick solo cam real quick?
Yeah.
This shit again.
Screenshot, and can you please tweet that to Derek? There we go. Screenshot. Give me a second. Give you 2 poses. All right, we're good.
Very impressive.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's I'm a real talent at the game. Mm-hmm. We all saw it.
Did you prepare a speech for this moment?
I'm going to prepare that speech for next time when I win. Guys, that's the stream for the day. Very excited to have our first stream for you. Couple technical hiccups that we'll work out for the next stream, but we're super excited to have this room. A couple things I want to say before we go. Today on Xbox, Inside Xbox, on mixer.com/Xbox, there'll be an interview that was done with Ed at the reveal event, and turns out we're revealing a character on that.
Another one?
So you might want to find that and see who it is. Pretty excited. I'm not going to tell you. You should watch the video. It's
And when
pretty
is
awesome.
that?
Super excited.
When is
Yep.
it?
It's today.
At what time?
I don't have the exact time, but it's today, probably like right away.
You should probably
Very
watch.
soon.
I'm gonna watch. I
don't
want to
know,
watch.
But watch for it. Look online for the exact time. Couple things. Special thanks. I want to give a special thanks to the IT department here at NetherRealm Studios. Without them, the stream room as we have it, everything we have done could not have been done. The stuff that they're able to do to make this room work the way it does is awesome. It makes me feel incredible to work with such talented people. And I want to give a big thanks to the IT team here. I want to give thanks to Bruno, Rigo, Brian, everybody down in the marketing department who helped us get our trailers together, all the images together, everything for the stream. Also, big time important, just everybody else at the studio. Like everyone who makes this game on a day-to-day basis. We couldn't do this, we couldn't show this amazing game without the artwork and the hard work you guys have put in. And it makes my heart happy to know that we're able to do that. And we hope we did you proud today with the first Kombat Cast. Thank you for every single thing you do. Yeah, Matt Burke, thanks a lot.
Anytime, Tyler.
Awesome. Let's get one more Burke cam.
Anytime, Tyler.
Awesome.
Focused.
We'll
Focus.
We'll have a mic for Burke next week. I know he's been a little quiet. Couple things to clean up, but we're really happy about how things went today. We will see you next Thursday at 3 o'clock Central for the debut of a character. Sound good?
She's gonna be good.
Thank you so much. This has been the first Kombat Cast for Mortal Kombat 11. We'll see you later.